Hello viewers, welcome to valueananswers.in. It's India's upcoming business media platform. And today we have with us Smriti Dubey, who is the founder for Redesign, and would like to ask you that, what inspired you to start this venture, Redesign?
All right. So that's a very good question, and I love answering that. So me and my co-founder, we were in college, and we have a design and fashion management background. So towards passing out of our courses, we realized together that a lot of designers create designs and they go into garbage, they go into waste. Nothing comes out of it, and after passing out, they end up doing a very normal job at Pantaloons, at Future Group, and these companies. And whatever they are good at designing, nothing comes out of it. It simply goes into vain. Then we got Myntra, Flipkart, and such startups, which were started back then. They started getting funding. So we realized these small designers, they don't have any mercy even on those platforms, because they are only supporting either their private labels or brands who can produce in bulk. And that is not possible for a normal designer. So what we thought that let's take all these designs and give an opportunity to these young designers to convert what they create, artwork, into merchandise, sell it like a normal e-commerce, and earn commission while doing their main job, doing their daily course, or sitting at home. So this inspired us together in college, and the idea took a final shape in 2 years because a lot of planning was involved. So that was what inspired us. We wanted those designs on people's body, like they should be wearing it. A lot of hard work goes into creating graphics. So that's the inspiration behind it.
And it's been how long for you for the Redesign to have in fact started since inception? It's been how long for you?
Okay. So we registered it in 2013, right after college, and we started operations in 2017. So 3 years officially, otherwise 7 years unofficially, planning and all. So that is a longer duration as compared to the operational period. So 3 years is the answer.
And if we have to talk about in terms of the overall market and what is the overall in terms of the ecosystem looks like in your industry, in your product category. So how many players are there? Are you have you got competition, and how you are dealing with in terms of customers, demography, and all?
Okay, so regarding the competitors to start with, when we started, there were none. And Myntra was the only startup. It had some t-shirts on its portal, and even Myntra was growing. So that was the time we planned about it. After that, like if you talk about today, there are some 2-3 competitors in India and 2-3 overseas. So the Soul Store is one of our competitors, although it converts licensed prints into merchandise. We convert anything into merchandise. So that's how we are different. Then we have Red Wolf. It's again a brand in which you can buy chest printed cool designs. We have Bewakoof.com. So the only difference between these three and us in this country is that we let anybody, like even you, can come today and create a product in minutes, become an entrepreneur and start selling. So we also help you with the marketing bit of it. So this is missing. This was missing in the Indian design and fashion ecosystem. And we filled the gap by creating a print-on-demand manufacturing system. When we talk about overseas, it's a lot more fun conversation because we have Teespring, if you have heard of that brand. So that's Teespring is an official YouTube partner for merchandise. So if you are a famous YouTuber, you can also launch your merchandise tab on YouTube on your own channel, powered by Teespring. There is nothing like that in India. Nobody is focusing on doing some merchandise for famous YouTubers, influencers. Just to add one small thing in this answer, we recently did Neha Kakkar's merchandise. So what you asked me about the market. So the market is only for creative people in the media industry. Anybody can shop their merchandise, but the person who is launching the merchandise is from the media world, is from the creative world. So Neha Kakkar gave us 4 designs and she told us, please put that on a crop top and send it to me. I'll wear it, I'll promote it, I'll get you orders. So it was a no transaction kind of a collaboration and totally on goodwill. So we did that, and then we realized that even celebrities can come into this picture. So the market includes influencers like these fitness, fashion. If you hop onto Instagram, there are so many of them. Then the designers who actually create designs, and celebrities. So we convert their designs into merchandise and make them sell it hassle-free. And there is nobody in Indian market who is doing that right now. So that's how the market looks like, and the target as well.
Great. So, from if you have to talk about in terms of orders, are you getting orders from India, or are you also getting orders from outside,
We are
beyond
it's
India?
global.
It is global.
It's global, yeah.
Okay.
From every corner of the world.
Okay, very nice. So look, when we have to, in fact, when we have to target these customers, so how are you trying to promote your brand? Is it only through these various channels which you discussed earlier in terms of influencers and all, or have you got a different promotion? I would say a complete strategy for your brand.
Okay, so our strategy includes 2 things. One is organic, of course, and one is paid. So in paid, the thing which has worked out for us after trying, testing a lot of ideas is Facebook ads and Instagram ads. Apart from that, we have also tried blogs. So when we write a lot of content, the organic reach of the brand increases because the SEO work is done. The keywords are being clicked by users who are Googling certain things. So SEO, Google ads have worked in our favor, and then Facebook ads have worked in our favor. Apart from that, today in 2020, this day, we already have more than 5 lakh users. So a lot of orders are coming by repeat customers. So whatever we launch, whatever an influencer comes and creates, for example, a burger crop top, just a normal example, it is stupid, but it sells a lot. So we put that into the inboxes of the already signed up users. So 20% people buy it again, and 80% people come via targeting, which is Facebook ads, Instagram ads, and blog. So whatever design is created, we promote it via Facebook ads. We gift it to an influencer to wear it and promote it. So from there, the organic reach comes, and we write a blog about it, that why this design is important. We make it sound like you should buy it, you should wear it, even if it's a normal Aztec print or any kind. A lot of print is happening in the ecosystem.
Okay. Right. That's nice. Let's in fact move on to the current market scenario. We have got this COVID-19, pandemic, and so would like to ask you how this COVID-19, impacted you as a brand. Has it been good for you because you're also your complete demand is to the complete digital interface? So has it been good for you, bad for you, or it is just a normal picture for you?
Actually, we deal in physical products, so I can't say it was good for us. It was not really a good year for redesign, but April, May, and June were extremely slow. Although we have been getting organic orders, and we took care of the customer experience by continuously talking to them and telling them that please give us allow us some more time. Our team is working on it. And because this pandemic was so serious back in April that we almost had to shut our operations, but nothing is permanent in this industry or in this life. So we were hoping for the best as always. And after 3 months, we are back in action. And we realized one very big factor during this year, thanks to COVID, that anything can happen anytime. Always have a backup plan B, plan C, plan D ready. So we did that. So 2 things. We worked on the tech part of it. So we have the entire new website ready to go live very soon. We changed every bit of it, all the UI, UX experience, and the sign-up process. We created an app out of it, which will be going live very soon. So this is how we used our time. And secondly, we connected with a lot of celebrities, and we promised them that very soon you are going to launch your merchandise with us. So we used those 4 months in building a community and a very good team. and also fundraising. So all three things are going live before Diwali, and thankfully we got time for that. If we would have continued, and if COVID was not the case, we would have been hustling and going in that order flow again and again. Ki is mahine ka target ye hai, match it, do this, do that, running like like hustlers. So that thing we realized this year. So tech, team, and funding, three things we worked on. We got time to work on during this time. And yeah, less orders, but we are back on track. So it's fine. It ended well.
Nice. Since you talk about the complete fundraising part, so you have already got the fund, or you're in the process of raising funds, and how do you expand from here? Like how do you expand in terms of size and reaching more
Okay.
markets?
So two parts of the answer. One is we already are working with more than 5,000 influencers. So this is what we have achieved. Where we want to scale it up to is at least 50,000 influencers in the next 12 months. And regarding the fundraise part of it, because that will fuel our entire work towards that direction. We have fundraised twice in our lifetime. The first was a small bridge round. Before that, we were bootstrapping. We have used all our income from job because that was a very tough step. That's why I mentioned it. A very tough decision to make. So starting from bootstrap, we fundraised twice. One with an incubator, and the second one was with some angel investors. They are also into real estate in Mumbai. And this is the third time we are raising VC fund, and this is the biggest round till date for redesign, and the news will be out very soon by 30th September. So yes, we are fundraising for the third time, and the reason why we are fundraising is to scale it up to. We just want to become India's India's first community where anything can be converted into merchandise. Bira can come, beer brands can come, then all the designers can come and launch their limited edition merchandise with us. So that's the plan with the amount we raise going forward.
Great plan, I must say. Now, in fact, let's move on to the market challenges. So right now, are you facing any kind of a challenge currently?
Yeah, so challenges are always there. They just keep changing. So the latest challenge is setting up the print-on-demand manufacturing system again. I would like to share two lines on this because this is the most crucial part of our business. Okay, so Indian manufacturing system, you are aware of that, is based on bulk manufacturing. A design is made and 2.5 lakhs units are produced, and they keep selling it till the time the last one sells. And if they're unable to sell it, they send it to export surplus on discounted price, and people end up buying that from Fashion Street and everything. So our production is entirely opposite. So what happens is we don't hold any inventory. We just hold white fabric, a lot of white fabric, polyester, cotton, all 7 types of white fabric. So if an order comes, for example, you are a designer and you launch your Ashish store and you create a t-shirt in which you put a football and a caption. So you're very happy with your design and you share it with your family members and you tell them, please buy it. Now they end up buying it. So what happens is that t-shirt is not ready. Okay, it's ready digitally. So what we do, we quickly take the white fabric, we print that on it using the file you uploaded, and we put your label behind, designed by Ashish, powered by Redesign. We put the size on it, we pack it very nicely in an eco-friendly jacket, and then we ship it to the end consumer. So now this entire process is called just-in-time fashion. Nobody does that in India. It's a US concept, and Teespring, Redbubble, such companies are doing that. So the biggest challenge is still in the market is convincing the vendors for producing 1 unit per design. Because vendors tell you, if this is a burger design, please give me 10,000 orders on this one t-shirt, please. And we are like, no, we have burger design, we have Tutti Frutti design, and we have an Aztec print. We have 5 orders on this, 10 on this, 15 on this. So explaining this supply chain mechanism to the vendors is the biggest challenge, and it is not going to go away. Every day we face some issue in printing, some issue in stitching. We just keep solving it by introducing a lot of tech on every step. So print on demand manufacturing system is the challenge. That's the answer.
All right.
And we're still struggling.
I would also like you to, in fact, also to elaborate in terms of the customer buying process. So, suppose I'm a customer and I have to buy, I have got one design in my hand, my mind, and I want to, I want to have a nice T-shirt place. So, what is the option and how a customer, goes for this buying process? Is it available only through your website, or have you got some other platforms as well?
Okay, so again, two parts of the answer. Initially, we also started selling via Amazon and Flipkart just to increase our volume. Although it didn't help much, but Flipkart was a savior. So now we stopped. We are only selling exclusively through redesign.com. So very interesting question, actually. I will try to keep it short because I'm really excited about this process. So what happens is, the only way we are promoting is Facebook ads and Instagram. So right now the website is static, and the improved version of it, how the sale is happening now, is that you are, for example, a music fan. So we will be promoting music collection to you. It's like that. So that, that emotional connect comes, and you are like, if you are a big fan of Michael Jackson, for example, even if you're not, I'm just supposing, then we have a lot of MJ tees, no problem in licensing because we change the graphic by adding something to it. So there is no ordeal there. So we'll be promoting back-to-back music collection to you. How it starts: once if you buy a music t-shirt with us, we'll be spamming you positively with a lot of other similar prints and similar shapes. And that's how you keep coming back to us. And there is one thing which we personally hate, but it works like wonders in India, is offer. 100% cashback, 10% off, 20% this, that. We don't prefer all of this because internationally, it is really shocking. They don't need discounts. They just need some print matching their personality. So for example, very recently, we got 11 kurtas order from USA. So that person is a musician, and that person actually creates records in his own home converted studio. And he also sings. He's not very famous, but he is famous. If you take him professionally, he's following his passion. So he bought 11 kurtas. All the kurtas had music printed on it. Some had guitar, some had music symbols. So it is like building that emotional connect with the customer by providing what you like, not by providing a cheap product, Cheap, by cheap, I mean the price part of it. So that's the strategy. Customer coming and connecting with the collections, choosing his or her personality, and ending up buying and making a relation with us forever. That's our idea.
In fact, how much time does it take for a customer, once a customer orders a product from your website? How much time does it take for the entire sale to happen?
Till the delivery, logistics.
Yeah.
Okay, so a customer places an order, and our pitch is 7 days, but right now it's somewhere around 11 to 12 days because of COVID. But otherwise, 1 week's time for the exclusive on-demand production. That's the timeline.
That's great. So we should also talk. In terms of the opportunities. Because you have been working for almost 3 years down the line, and I'm sure you are planning to go into much more markets. So what are the kind of opportunities you are right now looking at?
In terms of business, like
growth, yeah. In terms of growth, in terms of product expansion, yeah.
All right. So great question. So apart from adding a number of influencer stores, we are also creating an API in which we can give redesign, and we can insert redesign into already successful apps just as a merchandise partner. For example, Shilpa Shetty has an app, right? It's a fitness app. You have seen it, I hope. So she teaches yoga and all of that. She also tells you, eat this, eat that, do this, asanas and all. So we are in talks with them to collaborate with them and insert a merchandise tab in their app. That's called an API, because their users can come and shop leggings, fitness. Okay, so they are like, this asana to do if you're feeling stressful, and this to eat if you want to lose weight. Now, this is something which you have to buy to look good if you are a fitness freak. So the biggest expansion plan, which will be executed post fundraise, is tying up with so many brands like CureFit, Shilpa Shetty, and there are many like the A.R. Rahman's company. Which one is that? Have you heard of that? It's a very famous company in which they get a lot of influencers on board. So we are tying up with all these brands and becoming their merchandise partners. So demand is already existing there. We're just going to go there with quality products and designs and use it. Simple. So that's the expansion plan in terms of B2B.
Nice. So now, I'm sure you would have a, you would have a vision in terms of, in terms of reaching a certain goal. So what is the vision, say next 3 years, 4 years, in fact, down the line, where do you foresee your company, your startup from here?
Okay. So in 4 years down the line, I'm not sure, but 2 years down the line, we are looking for acquisition. And we are also trying to build a relation with some companies overseas who believe in a similar Spain concept. And
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, yes. Please
you can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we are also in talks with some companies which are looking or actually which are interested in such space. A print-on-demand ready production system in which it is converted into a merchandise in minutes, and anybody can come and become an entrepreneur. So acquisition is the end goal. After reaching 50 CR valuation in the next 2 to 3 years, we are looking to get acquired. So that's the goal in terms of valuation and future plans.
That's great. Last but in fact not the least, would like to ask you that what is one line, what is the tip you would like to give to all the budding, in fact, startups who are planning to start their own, something of their own.
Okay, so a hard skill is something which anybody can learn after joining a course or a YouTube video or whatever. But soft skill is something which keeps you going. When I say soft skill, this is from my personal experience of me, my 2 co-founders, and everybody at Redesign, that giving up is something which comes naturally to a person who is struggling. So I think that fear and giving up should completely go away, wipe it off from your head, because that is just existing inside your head, not in your life. So that's the only softer part of tip. Otherwise, I have a long way to go myself. But giving up is something which will actually take you nowhere. Don't give up. Keep repeating the same message again and again. One day it will work out for you. Because being an entrepreneur, and that too the first generation entrepreneur, when in your entire family nobody has ever thought of opening anything. Same case with my 2 co-founders and all the team members. We have always been either into a government service, or we have been into defense, or we have been doing a job. It's like that. And this was a very tough career path, and if anybody is like me who is choosing it as a first generation entrepreneur, please don't give up. Believe in yourself. That is extremely important. And have some fun with the idea. It shouldn't look like work to you. It should look like you're having fun with it, genuinely. So that's the only tip here. Otherwise, long way to go.
Really, in fact, I would say really inspiring, and thanks a lot, in fact, for sharing your views and for coming on the show. It was great to have you on the Startup Talk series, and we in fact we also wish you all the best for all your future endeavors, and we look forward that Redesign makes achieves their complete goal very soon.
Thank you so much. That's an amazing conclusion. I wish that too. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Have a great day ahead.
You too. Bye.
Thanks.